guys and welcome to my channel. This is Ogo Royalty. Today we are going to do this beautiful makeup look and we're going to learn how to set your concealer and how to bake under your eyes and how to bake in each and every part of your face that you would like to bake. The proper way of setting and the proper way of baking. Which steps are correct if you're going to bake and even if you're going to set. And by the way, if you're interested in finding out how all this came about, then let's go right ahead to this makeup tutorial. Hi you guys and welcome back again, and if you are new, please welcome to Miss Royalty family, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back again. And today we're going to use this eyeshadow palette for today's makeup look. I wanted to do something that is easy because today's makeup tutorial is not going to be about the eye look, definitely not going to be about the eye look. And by the way you guys, it is very early in the morning and outside here it is cold, there is clouds outside, and I think this may affect my filming if the sun can decide to come up suddenly. So it's going to affect my filming by really changing how my light is going to be looking. And as you can see, you guys, I already highlighted my eyebrow bone with a much lighter concealer. The eyeshadow palette that I'm going to use is going to be this eyeshadow palette, and I'm not going to apply while showing you because it is distracting my light. As you can see, I think now you can see that it is distracting my light, so I'm going to place it up here. Let me go to the very first eyeshadow that I'm just going to use. I'm going to use the deep brown eyeshadow from this Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palette. Just want to ensure that my eyelids is not really creasing. I'm going to place the eyeshadow right on the outer corner of my eye. Just going to place this eyeshadow right on my outer corner and take it halfway through on top of my eyelids. And I'm just going to put it just on my eyebrow bone, a little, not too much. And I'm going to try and blend this eyeshadow by itself, not going to apply any transitional shade. I'm just going to apply and ensure that I have a serious pigment payout of my deep color. Ensuring that I'm not creasing on the other side. I'm just patting or blending with my finger. And just never mind my nails, you guys. I'm not looking good. I'm still taking care of my daughter who just went for a tonsillectomy. I'm not myself nowadays. So for the next few days, I'm not be looking anyway beautiful in any shape or form. But I'm glad that I could steal some few minutes out of our time here while I'm still nursing the baby girl to a good life. I'm just going to do the same on this side and really trying to diffuse the pigment of this eyeshadow by itself, not applying any transition shade. The next eyeshadow that I'm going to apply, and I'm going to use my finger, it is this greenish eyeshadow. Just going to place it right here on the middle part of my eyelid, and I'm taking it towards the outer corner. And you guys, are somewhat like the way this green is applying. It is applying beautifully. And I think I should take a brush to see if I can get the color payout from it. And I'm taking a flat brush, just going to apply. Actually, I didn't really need this brush because by my finger, this managed to apply so nice and beautiful. And I'm going to take this brush that I was applying the deeper color and just to transition between my eyeshadows. I really need a very smooth transition between all of my eyeshadows, so I'm going to transition like this. Going to do the same this side, going to blend the two eyeshadows. And then guys, I'm going to use this yellow goldish eyeshadow. Just going to place it on my inner corner like this. And I think it's looking very beautiful, you guys. I don't wanna lie, it's looking beautiful. From my monitor and as well as in person, it is looking super beautiful. And I'm just going to transition these two eyeshadows for a much smoother transition between each and every eyeshadow that I have applied. I'm just going to take this eyeshadow up and just to brighten my eyelid like that. Do the same this side. I don't know you guys, but I always find that when I apply anything in this side is becoming beautiful than on this side. Maybe it's because of this hand. My dominating hand really is not doing any good work. Be it is the eyebrows, this side is always looking snatched and this side I always battle. And by the way you guys, my eyebrows are not the same naturally. I don't have the same eyebrows, they are just tailored different. And then for the inner corner, I'm going to use this champagne pink color. I'm just going to place it right on my inner corner and just to brighten the inner corner like that. Just as I thought that the sun will come out, and now it looks like it wants to come out, and I know it's going to distract my lighting. My lighting is going to look some type of way which I don't really like. And next I'm going to use my eyeliner. Then I'm going to use this liquid eyeliner. It is from Essence. It's a long-lasting and waterproof liquid eyeliner. To place just where I'm going to apply my fake lashes, not taking it any way far. Going to do the same this way. I'm so indecisive about whether to draw a wing eyeliner or not. But let me put on my eyelashes and see. The mascara I'm applying, it is from Essence. It's waterproof mascara and it is a Lash Princess. My eyes are becoming too sensitive of late. Can't tell what is wrong with my eyes nowadays. They are becoming way too sensitive. Going to take this eyelashes from this core. It's a brand that you find it in Skim, and I'm just going to apply and place it like that, and then place on my inner corner. Then place on my inner corner like that. Then I'm going to place this on my outer corner. I'm going to do the same on this side. I'm just going to place on my eyelash line, and then I'm placing on my outer corner. Then I'm going to place on my inner corner. Then I will clip my fake lashes together with my natural lashes so that they are beautiful and seamlessly applied. Except the fact that these lashes are very lightweight. I'm not used to applying long lashes like this. They are very, very long. But I think they can still fit into my spectacles. I think they can still fit. And then you guys, we are a few steps closer to the business of the day. I'm going to go ahead and apply hydrating primer. This primer, it is from Wet n Wild. It's a Prime Focus Primer Serum, and it's very, very hydrating. It's super hydrating, you guys, and I think it's going to be one of the best products I'm going to use for the business of the day. The reason why we met today is because I'm going to show you how to bake and how to set your concealer, your highlight, if you are one person that would like to do a full face beat. So those are the type of information that I'm going to share with you today. And then I'm going to go ahead and apply my foundation. And for foundation, I'm going to use this long-lasting 16-hour wear foundation from Essence. And the shade is 45 Soft Hazelnut. I didn't want to apply a lot of this foundation. I just didn't want to apply a lot of it. Then I'm going to take the brush and just blend the foundation like that. And you guys kindly note that underneath my primer, I have applied a moisturizer. And the moisturizer that I have applied, it is a moisturizer with SPF 50. African extract is the Rivers moisturizer. You guys don't forget, as you blend your foundation, if your foundation is thick, like this type of formula that I have applied right now, even if you can drag your foundation, you will have a beautiful and seamless foundation application, unlike if your foundation is not thick. If your foundation is too runny or is very liquid, it's going to make lines as you drag, and the coverage of the foundation will not be full. It will be a very minimal coverage because of the method and a manner in which you will be applying. If you are going to apply a very runny foundation, very liquid foundation, you need to pat. Be it is a stippling brush, you need to pat and not drag. I always take my beauty blender or my makeup blending sponge and just pat and push the product right into my skin. And you guys, by so doing, I am ensuring that my foundation is more skin-like. And sometimes if I have applied my foundation like this, and in particular this foundation and as well as the L'Oreal Paris Fresh Wear foundation, people will always be asking me about my skincare routine, which is very interesting, because if somebody is asking you about your skincare routine because of the foundation that you have applied, you know that it is very skin finished and it does not look like you have applied a foundation, which is a bonus. You guys, the next step that I'm going to do, it is then to apply my concealer highlight. The amount of concealer that you're going to apply under your eyes, the reason why you're going to set your powders without really taking off the oils or the hydration under your eyes. So a minimal concealer application under your eyes or on your cheeks is going to be taken away by the amount of powder that you're going to apply. Because when you're baking, you're going to leave your powders to sit, and the longer they sit, the more they're sucking out the moisture on your concealer or on your products, even if you have applied the hydrated product. And I'm going to take the beauty blender, just going to go ahead and blend. And this is normally how I am blending my concealer under my eyes. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend on this side. Like I said, you guys, take notes on everything that I am applying before I do my baking, because it is going to be necessary for your flawless baking application or your flawless baking finish. And then I'm going to take my concealer, just going to apply a little on my nose bridge, and then I'm going to apply right on my forehead, and I'm going to go ahead and blend with my beauty blender. If you have a deep setting under eye, you need to always look up so that you ensure that your concealers are right into your fine lines and not really are creasing. And then you guys, now I'm going to take you through the steps of setting before you bake. And by the way, you guys, right here I have translucent powders. The other one, it is from Yatli. The other one is from LA Girl, and this one from LA Girl, it is super mattifying and is super translucent. And as you can see inside, you guys, it is very white but very translucent. You need to ensure that there is no creasing on your under eye before you could set your concealers. I'm going to take my beauty sponge and I'm just going to dip into this powder, and I'm going to look up and just set. Like I said, you guys, it is super mattifying, and as you can see, you barely see the powder, but you see how it has mattified my under eye. And then you guys, I'm going to just turn this makeup sponge on the other side just to ensure that I don't have any creasing under my eyes before I could even apply the translucent powder from Yatli. And I'm going to pat it away, and then I'm going to go ahead and set my under eye while I look up, because I want my setting powder to stop my concealer from moving. Soon as you apply any powder or any translucent powder or any banana powder, any baking powder, any powder that you want to apply, you need to ensure that your under eye is not creasing, because you're going to set and lock the creasing right where it is. Soon as you apply, you cannot go ahead and apply any liquid product. I'm going to take the very same translucent powder. I'm not sure if you can notice, but this translucent powder has a pinky tone in it, and I think right now of late this kind of powders, they are trending. And by the way, this one is translucent, but it's translucent bare. And I'm going to take my beauty blender, and normally when you buy this kind of sponge that is like this flat on this side, they always say this side is the side where you can use it for powder. I'm then going to go ahead and apply. I'm going to take my powders like this, and I'm going to look up and just push the powders into my skin like that. That way, you guys, you are ensuring that your makeup wears a little bit longer. And then on the other side of the face, I'm going to take the very same translucent powder from Yatli. Just going to use a buffing sponge like this one, and then I'm going to go ahead and apply and press it into my skin. This is a powder buffing sponge, by the way, and it is from Essence. I'm going to take this brush and just contour my nose bridge, and I'm going to take this to my eyebrow bone. And because I like to stop my nose from being elongated because of the product that I have applied, I always go ahead and cut under my nose. Then the next step is going to be to bake my nose bridge, which I always do. I'm going to take this buffing sponge that came with this powder, translucent powder from Yatli. I'm just going to go ahead and apply it. And then I'm going to go ahead and set just a little bit the concealer that I have applied on my forehead as well. And taking the beauty blender, just to ensure that I press this translucent powder into my skin and just to set it, ensure that it is not going to move in any way. And then with my contour brush, I'm going to take this bronzer and just going to go ahead and apply on my cheeks and contour my cheeks. And just to ensure that my baby hairs also are contoured. Right next to my baby hairs, my forehead is somewhat contoured. As a way of putting a contrast to their face. Then I'm going to do the same on this side. The next place in which I'm going to go ahead and bake is going to be right on the whole of my cheeks. Right here, I always like to highlight here, and by highlighting I always use my skin tone shade powder. And the skin tone shade powder I'm going to use, it is skin tone shade powder from Yatli, and the shade is Caramelized. I like to take my beauty blender and I like to apply like this, and then I will set my smile line as well to ensure that my smile lines are not really cutting and they're not really cutting too deep. Going to do the same this side. I know I'm looking very powdery right now and I really am not looking good, but it is for the purpose of today's makeup tutorial. And by the way, you guys, for any of you, if you have a dry skin, this is definitely not the step. This is not the really steps to go, but if you are one person that would like to be snatched and look beautiful just one time, and you would like to deviate from anything else, if you are to bake, then you will take a brush like this one. This is a foundation brush. You will take the foundation brush and just apply. Even if you are going to apply your baking powder on your cheeks, do use this type of brush to ensure that you do not set with a sponge, because the sponge, honey, will take the entire powder and just pack on top of your cheeks, and that way it's going to make it too dehydrated. It's going to dehydrate your skin, and it's going to make it to look very ashy and cakey, which is one of the reasons why we are always piling our concealers, because we are doing away with the cake. We don't want a cake, even though we are baking. We don't want to cake out, so that way if you are going to use this, it's not going to make it to look anyway cakey, and your baking is going to be beautiful, and it's not going to be uncomfortable in that manner. The next step that I'm going to will be to apply the color under my lower lashes. I'm going to take the color from this deep color, and the reason why I'm so really confident in just applying this color even though it has fall off is because I have applied a lot of powder, because as you know guys, powder does remove another powder. And I'm going to go ahead and apply. This is the Lash Princess mascara from Essence. Going to go ahead and apply my powder. By the way, you guys, I think I should zoom you in so that you can see how this powder is sucking off the oils on top of my cheeks. It's sucking the oil. And you guys, I think you can see how this powder is sucking the oil from my skin. This is how dehydrating your skin is going to look. And by the way, you guys, I think I have let it to sit a bit too long, and I'm not used to doing this because nowadays my skin is becoming way too dry. So I'm going to go ahead and remove everything. Let me push it back. I just wanted you to see this. I didn't want to see this by myself. Just wanted you to also have the glimpse of this. And now, since we have let the powders to sit that long, that was a very long duration of time, I'm going to go ahead and take my skin tone shade powder. It is from Yardley. The shade is Caramelized. I'm going to apply a little bit of this powder, because powder does remove another powder. Say that with me. Powder does remove another powder. I'm going to go ahead and then rub out the translucent powder that I have applied to do my baking. And by the way, you guys, baking, it is not everyone's forte. It is not for the faint-hearted. If you are to bake, you should really expect not to look at anything other than looking like you have done a full face bake. And that way, you guys, I'm going to take the same powder just to buff all over my face, and to ensure that each and every product that I have applied, it is not looking any way harsher. I'm not sure if you can see the highlight on my cheeks. My cheeks are really looking very highlighted. And then I'm going to go ahead and apply blush. Since we are having a very light cheeks, very sculpted cheekbone, I'm going to go ahead and use this blusher. The one that I'm going to use is from Makeup Revolution. It's a duo blush. I'm going to apply in the middle of just in between the two areas. I'm not sure if you can see this, but let's try it this side. Going to apply right between where I have baked and where I have sculpted my cheekbone. And you guys, for someone else, this type of look could call it a day, but with me, I would like to go in ham. So I would like to use my highlighter, and this highlighter, it is Master Chrome from Maybelline. It's a metallic highlighter. I'm just going to then apply it like that and do the same this side. And most definitely not forgetting to apply on my nose bridge, just to ensure that the nose bridge highlight is there. And it looks like it is so blinding. And I'm going to apply also on the tip of my nose. Then I'm going to apply also on my cupid's bow. And by the way, you guys, it is not necessary, but I would like to go ahead and apply on my eyebrow bone as well, just to redefine the eyebrow bone. It was not necessary because I have already applied a much lighter concealer. Just going to apply a bit like that. I'm looking very snatchy today, you guys. Even if you cannot give me a round of applause, I'm looking very snatched. I'm going to go ahead and apply an inner corner highlight. I'm going to go for this champagne color, pinky champagne color from Makeup Revolution. Just going to apply and highlight the inner corner. And now that everything is in order, you guys, I think the next thing that is left is for me to apply a setting spray and really show you how this particular setting spray is sitting on my face. And by the way, you guys, this one is from Nivea. It's a Rose Care Hydrating Face Mist with organic rose water. And then on this other side, I'm going to apply this. It is from Yardley. It's a 3-in-1. It's a primer, the setting is the refresh. I'm just going to go ahead and apply. Both of these setting spray, they have hydrating formula, and that way it is what our face really needed after putting it under a very high stress of baking and a lot of powder. I needed to really relieve my face for that part. And by the way, you guys, I'm going to take the pencil. It is from LA Girl. It is a perfect precision lip liner, and the shade is chocolate. I'm just going to go ahead and apply. And by the way, you guys, this is the final look of this makeup tutorial, and I really hope you learned a thing and a two. Don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you have not yet. And this is your Royalty sign off.